Alright, so definitive Halo 3 multiplayer map tier list by two people who mean absolutely nothing, but plenty of
Yes.
hours. So it's okay. It is
Objective.
okay.
This is an objective list. Non-subjective, not opinions. Truth.
100% truth. So,
Well, truth is actually a Halo 5 map, so it's okay, but we'll get there.
let's start with number one map. Top map, because I
Yeah,
honestly
so
don't know
to
what
make
yours
this
is.
so yeah, okay. So to make this as easy as possible to define what's the best and what is the absolute worst total out of all of these maps. I think absolute best map in terms of just fun, competitive, objective play, or even just Slayer, the pit.
I honestly, I was kind of hoping you weren't going to say the pit because I really wanted to defend the pit for getting the number one spot. I honestly think I agree. The pit
The
is
pit,
just it's one of those maps that it doesn't matter whatever you're playing on it, King, Slayer, like it's just one of those maps that
two flag.
two flag. I don't you know what? Hold on. Let's
No, two flag on the pit. You got the jumps,
game
you
mode
got the
tier list
throws.
coming soon. But
Oddball, hiding in sword room with the oddball. Come
dude,
on, it's even got the grenade hatches to throw in there.
it honestly, I think objective I don't think I know objectively speaking, hands down one of the most fair, well balanced, well rounded maps ever made in any Halo series. I know we're only doing Halo 3, but seriously, like
It was
perfect.
even good in Halo 4, and Halo 4 was a bad Halo game.
See, I didn't play enough Halo 4 to make that assumption. I liked the gameplay playing it in MCC, but that's a whole different story. But I think it just plays so well. Like it plays well. Nobody can forget Tom T Squared Taylor's videos. Like literally, it's just I don't know. It's perfect. There's no it's not even you can't debate it. End
You
of
could
story,
even get onto the pillboxes up top, above
dude.
the two
Oh,
separate boxes. There's that upper level. You can, if you get a buddy and you grenade jump up there. Yeah.
dude, that was with the training targets moving back and forth. I
Hmm.
remember, dude. Remember like Halo 3 HLG Hidden League
Getting up
Gaming.
there.
Oh my god, what a core memory. I remember doing that. That was But seriously, it's just a great map all around. Like great placement. You got snipers on both sides. OS running distance
OS,
same.
rockets, sword,
Like yeah. And
camo,
let's not
the
forget
cone.
the first time Bungie ever gave out recon, the fucking cone. You knew exactly where I was going with that. The
Oh yeah.
cone. The first time that Bungie gave out recon. That
I
if
know you'll find it. You'll find the cone video and you will put the cone video in there.
oh the cone video is 100% going in there. But the
Okay.
cone definitely. But all right. Now that
Now the
we've
worst.
solidified that the pit is the best map in all of Halo franchises, not just Halo 3. But worst. Honestly, I'm saying assembly. I'm gonna put it here for now.
Uh-huh.
Trash.
I I understand. I understand, but I'm of the opinion that isolation is worse than assembly.
Alright. So we're gonna put isolation up here too.
Make your
Now,
case for assembly.
my case for assembly, while it is symmetrical, we've talked about this every time we played it. It is one giant window. Like, I feel like the entire game I am trying to get my shields back, or I am spawning and I'm getting shot from every point in the map. I'm trying to throw nades to help out my teammates. I'm nading my teammates. I
That's just
mean,
a skill issue.
it may be a skill issue. It may also be a I'm really tired of the teammates I have issue. but I don't know. It just doesn't play well to me. It's just you can see everywhere from anywhere, and I don't like that. Like if midship weren't two levels and separated the way it is, I would say the same thing because everybody knows you spawn midship on team SWAT. It's like
You
just
start letting
press,
those shots rip.
just
Just
yeah,
start shooting.
just pull the trigger. Just pull the trigger. You're
I can
getting at least
say
one kill.
almost the same thing for isolation, except it gets even worse. Because not only are all those points perfectly valid for also isolation, where you can see anywhere from pretty much anything, because the map is one just inverted bowl, and whatever team holds the hill is basically, well, good luck spawning because they're gonna see you. There's also a ghost on that map, so
I'll
whoever holds the ghost, that just good luck. You can't stop it. There's no cover anywhere. That ghost just stays halfway, maybe just outside of BR range and just peppers you. Plus, there's rockets, but you know,
I'll agree with the
it's at the
ghost
bottom of the map.
standpoint. Like I'll agree with the ghost that point. But I mean, you have plasma pistol spawns, and
Where?
really, at both
Do you
bases,
even know where they spawn?
both bases, both spawn points.
The only time that you're ever in one of the bases in isolation is because you spawn there and are desperately trying to get out as fast as possible because they are worthless.
I will say they are kind of worthless, but I still think you've got the cover. And honestly, the ghost I don't feel like is that strong in Halo 3. I really don't. I I say it is too small of a map for a vehicle, but I you just have so many ways to get away from it. I think the biggest problem is you get killed and you got one teammate spawning on the other side, you're spawning on this side, and Ghost Man is just flying around, fucking boosting at everybody, and you fucking spawn, done, plat, get splattered. Then you're pissed. Then you spawn up top by shotgun, and you drop down,
Someone's
and
shooting
there's
at you with a BR,
yeah, someone's shooting at you with a BR. You
and where are you
drop
gonna hide
down.
behind? What are you
You
gonna
you
hide behind in
you
isolation?
drop down. You drop down. But then
Oh,
there's
not
the
even
guy with
there.
the fucking rockets. Because the guy
Or
with
the
the fucking
shotgun, because the
rockets.
shotgun does spawn right there at the top booty hole tunnel. I forget
That's
what it's
that's what
called.
I'm talking about. You spawn at booty hole. You grab shotgun. You're getting shot at by a BR. You drop down. But then there's the guy with the fucking rockets. Because every time, and that loud ass fucking mouth noise that comes out. I'll agree with
Hmm.
that.
And then there's nowhere to run but either the two grav lifts on either side of the central channel, which then just shoots you 30 feet up into the air right above the center hill where everybody can see you, where you land with absolutely no cover. I think it is much harder to play isolation well than it is to play assembly. Assembly is bad, don't get me wrong, especially the one-way glass mirrors that are in front of both bases, but at least you can spawn and not immediately be shot at.
See, I have like I
Or
don't
if you're
know.
being shot at, you can drop down to the lower level, which is still, like I said, it's still bad. We're gonna get to. I think we're gonna get to assembly later because I'm telling you, isolation is the worst map. I never play that map by choice.
I still I'm still sticking with I would put assembly below isolation. And
Okay, great. So
honestly,
they both can stay in F tier.
but honestly though, remove the ghost from isolation. Do you still have an issue?
Yes, lack of cover.
All right, that's valid. I mean
For
I think if you got rid of the ghost, I honestly have no problem with it. 'Cause it does
for
suck.
automatic Slayer, it's not as bad. For BR Slayer, it's awful.
That's fair.
There there is for automatic Slayer because you're limited by range. But for BR Slayer, you can still pepper them outside of red reticle range.
Yeah, no,
Even if
that's
they're,
fair.
I would say isolation is worse than assembly, but both of them are F tier.
All right, we'll leave two in F tier.
That is
Worst
that is my opinion.
worst map still up for toss up. Um, I mean, I guess let's just go through in the order here.
Yeah, so that'd be high ground.
Yeah, I honestly think high ground for me probably like I want to call it C tier, but I kind of want to put it down in D tier.
No,
Like
no.
I I'd be happy with C tier.
High
Where
ground is B at lowest.
you
High
think
ground
B
is
at
one of
lowest?
the best single objective attack defend maps they have ever made.
Objective, yeah, I'm talking overall.
Overall too. Overall included. I think it plays perfectly fine for Slayer, but where high ground truly shines is one-sided objective matches. Because you have the defending team behind that gate, there's the turrets, there's the flanking paths either through the tunnel or under the bunker. You can open up the gate to roll a vehicle through either the ghost or the mongoose. And
Which
even when you're
that
playing,
feature has since been gone. The gates are just always open now.
are they?
Yep,
I
always
have to take
open.
a look at
Always open.
that.
Absolutely frustrating. Because that was a cool feature. I'll give you
Oh
that.
yeah.
The
Um,
reason I don't want it B tier. Okay, look at where your power weapon spawns are. So
shotgun on the beach,
shotgun on the beach,
rockets in mid
sniper on the beach,
on the beach.
OS on the beach.
Is it?
Yep,
No.
top left. Yep, you spawn
Oh
beach,
yeah, but
jump up left. And I think that while you do have the height disadvantage, that I don't know.
the defending team also gets active camo. It's about mid.
Camo
But
is
remember, do remember the Spartan laser does spawn squarely inside the base side.
this
The
is going to
people that
lead
spawn
to
on
a
the
tier
beach can
this is going to lead to a weapon tier list because let's be honest, Spartan Laser's
Spartan
good for one
laser
thing.
versus sniper. Yeah,
It's good for
destroy
one thing and
vehicles.
one thing only. That's why I'm saying C tier. Honestly, like
Mm,
if you just put just one uh one objective game modes in there, like single flag, I like it. Single flag, good. Single bomb, good. I like it for that. Don't like it for two
I'm,
flag. Don't like it for two bomb.
I don't think it ever is in two flag or two bomb. I think its only ever objective mode is single
I mean,
attack
that may be
defense.
right. I don't know. Uh,
It's just not set up for those. As far as Slayer goes,
I don't
you are
like it for
right. There is
Slayer.
a heavy beachside advantage on power weapons.
And like the other thing, you've got the weapons beach side, but you've got cover high side, which okay, but there's really nothing to the base itself. Like think about it. Like the tunnel like over here in the bunker, like this is a cool
Yeah.
feature. This is sick, honestly. Top tier feature here. But
Well, it's also got that hatch above it too. You got a melee
yep,
open.
yep.
Is it always open now?
No, the
Because I
hatch.
remember you had to melee it open.
Uh, I don't know. That hatch may be always open now. I'm not sure. We'll have to look at that. That hatch may be always open now. The gate is definitely always open, which is honestly frustrating because I really like that feature. I don't know if that's like a server issue or something. Maybe that's like a limitation.
Because remember, you could either go through the bunker, or to get through, you could try to storm the wall, or you could use the grav lift to hop over
Yep, grav lift would
into
spawn like right here.
in the cave and hop over onto Spartan laser spawn
Yep. You can see my
and
mouse,
sneak it
right?
in. Yeah, I can see your mouse.
Yeah.
And sneaking in through getting the active camo, sneaking through
Yep.
the sewer pipe along
Yep.
the
Right
front
over
right
here.
if you spawn at the beach.
Which
It
honestly,
was
another sick aesthetic, but doesn't really play well. I mean, on the other hand though, with the single objective again, sick place to sit. Shotgun, bring shotgun up there. You got camo, time camo spawns. Like, sick place to sit. I really wish we would see something like this in.
yeah, Halo Infinite or whatever happens next.
I didn't want
I
to
don't know
say
if that's
it,
gonna be any
but
good.
you know,
I mean, the whole idea of trying to either use the active camo or use the grav lift to get over the gate and hit that gate spawn, the button to open it as soon as possible, so you can run your mongoose through there.
Yep.
Swing around the back, pick up the guy with the flag, and then book it straight down to beach so you can cap it. That was awesome. Or even defending it with a bomb, trying to sneak
Yeah.
the bomb in and plant it in the central control room, right next to the back behind the gate, right before the vehicle bay and near the missile silo. That was so cool.
Yeah. Hundred
But as
percent.
far as Slayer goes, I'll agree with C. I think if it was an objective mode, it'd be B, but that's a whole different story. We're looking at overall things here.
Yeah,
So,
that's
okay,
why
I'll
I
agree
I
with
want to
C.
I want to bump it down. Like I said, and the thing is, I don't know. Have we played high ground in MCC even once?
We
Like,
have not.
is it even in the rotation? Is there
It
a
is.
rotation? Like,
There is not a rotation, but there's a map pool list. You can see it when you go to when you're queuing into the matchmaking lobby.
yeah, see,
You
you're
can
always party
see
leader. Which you know what? Which really reminds me, why are you
while you're
always
queuing.
party leader in Halo, but I gotta be party leader in every other game? You don't want the responsibility in any other game, but in Halo,
That's right.
you got the responsibility.
I'm the Halo guy.
That's fair.
You're the
That's
Siege
fair.
guy. Yeah,
Whoa, whoa. Let's not say the siege guy.
you're the
We
Siege
both
guy.
started in the same spot, man. We both started at the same spot.
Both started Halo 2.
Same roots, brother. Same roots. But all right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say C tier for high ground.
Okay.
As much as it pains me as a Halo 3 beta map,
Dude,
I will say
the beta.
I will say C.
I remember the beta. I remember getting the beta code. I remember you coming over to my house. Oh my god, dude, the
Loading up
memories.
Crackdown to get into it.
Loading up Crackdown to get into it, which that was a good game. The Crackdown was a good game. Gotta
It's
give
not
it
a
that.
Crackdown tier list.
I agree. Guardian, A tier. No questions asked.
I'll agree.
A tier.
I'll agree with Guardian, and because it's Halo 3's lockout. Now there is Blackout, which is legitimately Halo 3's lockout later on
Yep.
in here, but I do think that for Halo 3 sandbox and gameplay, High Ground is a better lockout than Blackout is.
Agreed.
If that
100%.
makes any sense.
I feel like all of the good things that were about Lockout were put into Guardian and refined. I just it's the MLG jumps, dude. Like learning the jumps, being able to jump up from snipe one up to snipe two using
Yeah,
this
I've never
ledge
been
right
able to do
here.
that.
I remember
Never been
practicing
able to do it.
hours and hours to get that down, like nuts.
Oh, you remember Shotgun Hall to Shotgun Hall 2 right before Blue Room
Yep,
by Lift?
yep,
Yeah, also. That's
yep.
like one of those like
Pop off
ghost ledge
there,
jumps.
boom. And honestly, and you
Rush-
can go backwards if I remember right. There was one off snipe 3. You could if you jumped the correct way, you could hit just enough of the lift to carry you down to below lift. And like I don't know, it just plays well. It does everything well. It has all of its choke points. It's got all of the chaos in mid, just like Lockout,
Yep.
and it's just refined. Like,
But ways to get around the map that Lockout didn't have, because remember,
yep,
if Lockout, if you were not BR closed elbow, but BR open,
yep,
you couldn't get to lift. Like
yeah,
how
you were
this
beat.
is. Yeah, this is actually a slightly tweaked version because now you can't shoot straight across like snipe one to
Mhm.
snipe three to BR3. You couldn't do that. It's basically snipe to lift, and they're kind of catty corner on them now. But you still have the man cannons because that's a great name. Um, the lift jumps, the cannon for men,
Yep.
between the shotgun spawn because that's really what that corner was for. It was shotgun spawn to sniper, or from brute shot to lift, and you didn't sort of lock people down. Either you stayed at BR where you controlled sniper on lockout,
Yep.
or you stayed at sniper spawn. And what else was there? Was it just sniper?
On Lockout?
Lockout, like Halo 2 lockout.
Yeah, you had sniper and plasma grenade spawn. I think. Pretty sure. It's been a
Yeah,
while.
because BR tower had, well, of course your BR. I mean, because let's be honest, we're judging it based on default spawns with SMGs.
Right. Yeah.
yeah, you had library and sword and blah blah blah. We're gonna get there with blackout because that's gonna be because Guardian is Halo 3's lockout,
Yeah.
and it is up there with the pit with one of in my opinion the best maps of all time.
Yeah.
Every
Hands
time we
down.
get it, it's a joy to play.
Hands down. The chaos caused by bubble shields,
Oh man, throwing
pure,
down a bubble shield in the mid during King of the Hill,
pure, just absolute
and
pure.
the fact that they have the hammer.
Yep.
It's hammer is not a good not a good weapon, not a good gun. You're right. It's a hammer, but throwing the bubble shield down with the hammer in mid, going just come on, try your luck, see if you can get that melee off before
Yep.
I get.
Yeah, dude, it's a timeless map. The 1v1s to be had on Guardian,
On Guardian,
every
God.
that was the rust. That is the rust of Halo. I mean, you were talking shit, somebody else was talking shit, you settled it in 1v1, BR's Guardian.
Yes,
That's where you went.
and unlike Pit, which is the best team play map, you can have a 1v1 on Guardian, whereas the Pit you'll just get lost.
Yeah, the pit's just too big.
Too big.
Which is crazy because it doesn't feel slow. Just
No.
just a little bit of love for the pit again. The pit doesn't feel slow.
In a time before sprint.
Yeah, which is crazy, dude. Playing MCC the past few days, trying to sprint. Oh my god, it's crazy the the
You're
the
trying to hit
game
shift and
differences.
then because shift is the equipment key.
Yep.
So you're going, oh, I'm gonna try to sprint, and then you suddenly throw a power drain or a trip mine.
Yeah, you did it to me. You did it to me. Yep, 100%.
No, no, no. I was trying to throw that power drain somewhere else. It just collision. Anyway, moving on. So I think the next one here is going to be the first BTB map
Yep.
of the list, which I don't know if we want to do BTB separately at the very end or just go with it. It's Avalanche.
Can we move this? We can move this.
We
We'll
can.
move
So I
we'll
guess we're
move
doing
BTV maps.
BTB maps all together because that's a
Yeah.
whole nother story.
Put that down there. There we go.
Valhalla
Okay, they're just moving anyway.
and Standoff
Yep.
and Rat's Nest.
Where
Damn,
the
there's a
hell is
lot of
Rat's Nest?
BTB
Where the hell
maps
is
in
Rat's?
Halo
Oh,
3.
Rat's Nest did that? No, that was always. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
always
Rat's Nest is
BTB.
BTB.
Yeah. So Narrows. I know
Narrows.
where you stand
Ooh.
on Narrows.
Ooh.
I want to know where you put it.
Narrows. I want to say C tier for
Okay.
Narrows.
No, I'm totally fair with C tier on Narrows. Like, it's not a great map. It's really not. It's
It's a good map. It's not a great map.
yeah. It's back down to the basics. The symmetrical. It's it plays okay. It just tends to turn into, all right, sitting back at base. Everybody knows, like, oh, it was like, there was definitely a YouTube video at some point where somebody was like, oh, look, you can get up here if you just jump up here, walk all the way back here. You got a sniper line to the other team's spawn. It's like, okay, we get it. The game's old enough. We all know now. But still, everybody goes up there.
The man cannon lifts between both bases is cool, and it's great to circumvent the whole push up. See, there's really a problem with Halo 3, and I've noticed this just now, with a lot of maps that have a high ground in the center, and it's a smooth curve.
Yeah.
Narrows, isolation, um, honestly,
So you just hate
assembly
curved
to a
maps.
degree. Yeah, Snowbound even. Snowbound to a degree also is just like an inverted bowl.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, a lot of these maps they have this. You sit at the high point and just shoot down, and there is cover. There's ways to get around it, but with the standard game mode of having radar or motion tracker and AR starts, once you because there are BR spawns on top mid on narrows.
Yep.
I mean, you spawn them at the bases too, but
They're always gone.
yeah, they're always gone. But
None of your
I'm
teammates
pretty
have them,
sure.
but they're always gone. They're just
Yeah,
gone.
they picked them up and they died on in the bottom mid by rocket spawn.
Yep.
I mean, it's a good map for. I mean, there are great jumps on it to get around. It's great weapon placements with 2 snipers, 2 brute shots, 2 camos, rockets in the middle, bubble shield up top mid. It's just the fact of the geometry of the map I personally don't find fun to play on.
Yeah,
As
it definitely like creates not a
for Slayer anyway,
standstill, but it dude,
you're fighting over that curve.
so here's the thing though, because you just like the way that you just said that too for Slayer. Now, two flag, that
Two
gets
flag
fun.
great.
That
That
gets
is fun.
absolutely fun. That gets so
Trying to hit
crazy.
that flag, to get
Yep,
that flag over to the man cannon and launch it across if you die, or
yep.
take it with you.
The
And
meet colliding in the middle,
mm-hmm.
like
I think
that's
it's a high ground situation
yeah.
where for Slayer, it's good. I think it's put it above. Take that thing, put it above high ground. It's better than high ground for Slayer.
I'll agree, 100%.
But it's better for two. Where it shines is a 2 objective game mode map.
Yep.
Oddball, no,
Yeah,
not good for
oddball.
oddball.
It's kind of weird because it was the same thing. You just ended up sitting in the back somewhere. Your team just played for the power weapons, and like,
The back of the base in that one little corridor.
yeah,
And as soon as you started getting overwhelmed, you threw it off the back of the map, reset,
yep,
play ball to back to mid.
yep. But I mean that
And
too is that's been a strategy forever since MLG,
yeah,
and every map suffers from that when it comes to oddball. But no, I agree. It definitely just turns into a sit on one side, control the power weapons. You know they're only
quick
gonna come
aside,
from three spots.
yeah, quick aside back to Guardian real quick. That was a great oddball map.
Oh, absolutely great oddball map. There was never a spot where you were truly safe, but there was not, but it wasn't a spot where you
You
were
were stuck.
constantly being shot at. Like,
And you could always move. You can keep running with it. Okay, we're not gonna, you're gonna cut this and you're gonna put it into Guardian segment.
we'll put it in the Guardian segment for sure.
But back to Narrows here. It's great for 2 flag. I wouldn't say bomb. I just don't think it's a great bomb map with having to sit and plant the bomb necessarily. But 2 flag, great Narrows. I mean,
I don't remember ever
it's one of
playing
those.
bomb on Narrows.
I don't think you ever did, but you could. It was set up for bomb. You could. There were bomb points where you could play
Yeah.
bomb on that map.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't think it was
they
ever
were
in
opposite
matchmaking.
of the man cannon sides, I think, right?
No, that was where the flag spawns were.
Oh, that's
The
right,
flag
that's right,
spawns
that's right.
were on the opposite side of the man cannons, not directly back mid of the base. But I think where Narrows takes demerits on its score is definitely with Slayer performance. Not
Yeah,
because it's bad. It's it's a throwback to a map, Gefiorobia, I believe it's called, from Halo CE, which was a bridge. It was one of the bridges from Halo CE, and it was had some geometry to it that went up and down, but it was mostly a flat plane. Um, it was a Halo CE custom edition PC map. It was never in console Halo 3, not Halo 3, Halo 1, Halo CE. So that's kind of where Narrows has its roots, but I just don't like fighting over that curve personally. It always running uphill, and once
and
you're at the top, you don't go down. You don't go down to the other person's base. You sit at top mid.
honestly, so right here, let me
Yeah,
do
see,
this
that's where Narrows gets its idea from.
right there.
And that was actually a vehicle
I
map.
was and honestly, I don't remember playing much of this,
I don't think
but
we ever played it in MCC because we don't really play. This is a BTB map for Halo Custom Edition. Look, you even got the Banshees on the bottom there. Oh,
yeah,
actually, there's 4 Banshees
four
on that map.
Banshees. That's
Four
crazy. Could you
Banshees.
imagine that in any new Halo map? I
Four
mean, any new
ghosts.
Halo game?
Look, there's 4 ghosts. You can see them.
Yeah, one, two, one, two. Yeah, that's crazy.
Are those Banshees or are those ghosts? Those are definitely
Those are
Banshees.
Banshees, 100%. 100%. Yeah, I moved it to my second monitor to try and type that because I wasn't even going to attempt to type Gefiorobia. There was no way I was spelling that correctly. Thank God for autocorrect.
Garyophobia? Gephyrobia?
Whatever it means. It actually means something about bridges because I just searched the word at first, not Halo, so there's something about twin bridges.
Okay, so yeah, final score for Narrows. I think it's above.
100% it's above high ground.
It's
I
above High Ground in the way of Slayer
Yep,
and Two Flag.
yep,
They're not bad maps, but they're not great maps, and they're not best of all time.
yeah, no, 100% agree.
They're
So
not boats, because
let's
that's apparently the acronym I made.
let's move
All right,
on.
so next is Orbital. Okay, what do you think for Orbital?
I don't like it. I'm putting it D tier. Only because it does play well for Slayer. I put it in D tier. I'm not a big fan of it. There's a lot of choke points. There's that one bridge, which it's not even a bridge.
You're
What?
the high point spawn where the rockets spawn. It's actually
Yeah,
where the camera is sitting right now.
that makes yeah. Because right here it's on an angle looking at this corridor.
Yeah,
Wasn't a huge fan. Didn't play a lot of it. This was a DLC map, correct?
this was a Halo 3 ODST
That's right.
Mythic map pack
Yep.
map
Yep.
because it had the skull in it that you needed to get to unlock
For
recon.
recon. Yep. Yeah, I thought it was.
Now,
I liked the actual architecture of it from an art standpoint and everything.
it reminds you of Cairo Station.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it was a cool. Oh, and it also showed up in the Halo 3 ODST Legendary ending with Sergeant Johnson and the engineer with the cigar. They were in the
Spoiler
back
alert.
room.
What the hell?
If we need spoilers alert, like, come on, just do it already. It's been over 10 years. All right, but no, I agree with you. I agree with you on D tier. Um, good points. Good points about the map. Um,
It's a tough one.
coming back to
Honestly.
good points in a little bit. Bad points. The fact that you can see when you're at either staircase, you know the staircases on Orbital, where you
Yep.
either see down into,
Was just
basically where
gonna
that little
talk about
corridor ends.
that.
You can see their feet and they can't see you at all.
Yep.
So trying to attack those corridors is just, I mean, yeah, they even though there's radar, motion tracker, you can still throw nades.
Yep.
You can still hit their feet and get shots on them. And there's really no way if you're in the bottom section where the screenshot is looking at right now, you can't approach those.
No.
You
No.
because you will
It's
always get
choke point.
pre-shotted.
Yep.
I mean,
And
unless you go all the way to the back. No,
the
actually, not even then.
yeah, not even then. And the objective spawn points were bad. Just bad. I remember playing I think we played flag on it a few times.
Was it
And
neutral flag?
I no, it's not neutral flag. It's two flag.
Two flag.
It's two
Yeah, it
flag.
was two flag.
Yep.
Because yeah, you could they spawned.
Back
It
with
was like big
like
U.
where's that mezzanine or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, the whole map itself is set up in like a U shape
Yep.
with that's offset. So you either jumped, and it's a very awkward jump because you had to jump up onto the railing first to jump
Mhm.
from top mid to bottom mid, where that camera is. Otherwise, you're gonna fall into the pit of death.
Yep.
Or you try to, run down the staircases, and it put one team at a major disadvantage. If they added some sort of service corridor, like a tight, because remember they were in the back of the map by the bases. There's that one little where the mauler spawned.
Yep.
If they added one
Something
going
that
from
connect.
right in the middle between the halfway point for either
Yep.
way, that but like a single person could fit through there. It's just a tube. That would have alleviated so much. It would add another flanking route, but that sadly doesn't exist, and we can't judge it based on what could be.
Well,
Good points. It was
Halo
kind of
3
fun
map
for Sla
makers.
Yeah, Halo.
I heard I haven't played Infinite in a while, but I heard Forge is finally out. So, if anybody wants to go about it recreating, heard that it's finally out.
I think this was decent for SWAT. I think it's a decent SWAT map.
Yeah, the spawns are good. Spawns are good. Don't get me wrong. That's why I said Slayer. It's like Slayer in general. Spawns good. So I have no problem.
Do
I
you ever recall using that pathway in the screenshot?
which one?
I don't ever remember trying to run around there. That's where the carbine spawns, right
Uh,
there. Because if you ever tried to make it there, it's because top mid could see
there was a
all the
there.
way down.
I think there was a power drain here.
There might have been, but I know that top mid can see all the way down into blue
Yep.
base down there. From top mid, like straight shot.
Yep. Yeah,
And
I
they could also
think
see
there was a
down red
power
base.
drain, and I think the other side had a bubble shield. Maybe we'll have
It's
to jump
carbine.
back in. Was it carbine? Okay.
Yeah, it was the carbine spawn, and power drain was definitely on the upper level.
No, I don't think. Cause wasn't rockets up here?
Rockets was on top, top mid.
Yeah, right here where the camera's at.
Yeah, that's yeah, where top mid is.
And where are
I
you saying
There
power
might have
drain
been something.
was?
I'm thinking power drain was. No, I think you're right with power drain being on the bottom section.
Somewhere
I think
over here.
bubble
Bubble
shield was
shield
in the
might have been
upper
up here.
section.
Yeah,
No, no,
bubble
no.
shield
Bubble
might
shield was
like
definitely
like what would be over here?
in the corner. Because I remember using bubble shield down that upper corridor.
Like on the
Eh,
like down here.
sadly, fucking Mythic map pack is two for three on the shitter maps here. Assembly and orbital, because assembly
Yeah.
was another not great
Yeah,
map in
wasn't great.
my opinion.
Did it for recon. Did it for recon.
I honestly think assembly, if they had the one-way glass mirrors removed and they were two-way, it'd be so much better. But hey, whatever. I just don't like one-way mirrors.
That's fair.
Interrogation room shit. Anyway,
Moving on.
moving on.
You already know where
Construct.
this is going for me.
Oh, I know
So
exactly.
I want to. Are you on board?
Are you gonna say B tier?
I was gonna say. Well, yeah. No, no, no. I'm fine with putting it at B tier because I'm like looking ahead a little bit, cheating a little bit, where I want to put stuff. So I'd be happy putting it B tier. I'd be fine with that. But I honestly, absolutely love it.
Oh
Love it.
yeah, so we're going greatest of all time to great maps to good maps to meh maps to shit maps.
Yeah.
That's how this tier list is looking right now. And I want to say that Construct is a great map.
Yeah. 100%. Great map. I mean, everything about it.
Slayer, good.
Like, it plays Slayer well. It played Objective well. Even
Objective,
Oddball. I liked
Oddball was
Oddball on
good,
this.
but Flag, not great.
Flag was a
Bomb,
little
not
wonk,
great.
but I still think it was always fun. It was always a blast. Spawn, see who can get shots off on the fusion coils to get a kill, or tossing them up the lift to get a kill. Flamethrower on the map, trash weapon. Still kind of happy it's there.
Blazer on the map
Yeah, Splazer on the
for
map. That was
some
weird.
reason.
That was weird.
I got 3 kills with that one day. We were
That
playing King.
yeah,
I got him.
yeah.
Oh, but
Flamethrower though. Nah.
flamethrower sitting at top purple, either side, open or closed, just waiting for people to come up the lift, see him on the motion tracker.
Yeah,
You're gonna get real toasty real quick. But even better than Flamer,
the flamer.
get the heavy Flamer,
Careful.
brother. Um, Maulers sitting at top lift with the Maulers.
Yep. Boom.
Awful,
Yep.
terrible
One
thing.
click melee.
Or
I
just get both of them. Just get both of them. Just bang bang.
nah, 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 nah. I was never a dual mauler guy. Never a dual mauler guy. I was always mauler beatdown guy. Like I don't know though. I think that overall map design on this is excellent. Like yeah, there's a lot of crosses from top to bottom, but you really don't see those exchanges because you don't if you're firing down, chances are you're getting shot at from somewhere else. Like there you're either open or closed firing down at the guy that just spawned and his teammates are already there ready to piss on you.
Yeah, if you spawn on the bottom, not the basement level, but the bottom floor, you are desperately trying to find either staircase down or drop in that center hole so you can
Yeah.
get down to the lifts. and very rarely can whatever team that's holding top hold both purple lifts, the yellow
Yep.
lift, and mid spawn where you can get up on the struts. Very rarely can that happen. And also the staircase. This is a good example of a map that has multiple levels that you can't just lock everything down from top spawn, like you know, um, some maps
So
like isolation.
here's the thing though, right? So we talk about staircases. How many times have you ever been on second floor yellow lift staircase?
Oh, going up around where the brute shot spawns?
Yeah.
Occasionally,
And
not often, because
that's
you have to.
occasionally across all of the hours we've put in. Like of all things, it's very rarely utilized.
Walk from bottom from first floor to second floor yellow lift stairs. Yeah, no.
Yeah. The furthest anybody ever went down on that was right beside open where you could hit the fusion coils on the wall. That ramp.
Yeah,
And you never went. There's an I'm maybe I'm just making things up in my head, but there's a side entrance to the
to
yellow
the lift.
lift.
Yeah, yeah, there is. Right on
Like,
first floor.
yeah, that's
I
crazy.
found that the other day when we were playing King of the Hill.
I found that the other day. I found that the other day. Yeah, I mean
Found
it's
it the other day
just
on a 13-year-old map. No, no, is it? Oh my God.
yeah,
2007.
more than 13.
Wow.
More than
It's
13.
been
It's been
now
a long
September.
time.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, I think it's a good Slayer map. I think it's a decent SWAT map. Objectives, not so much. Oddball, yes. The other ones, no.
Yeah. So that's
It
why I'm fine leaving it
is
B
it
tier.
better than Narrows, High Ground, Orbital, and all them?
Yes.
Like, I think so.
Yeah. No questions asked.
And it's symmetrical, but it's like it's symmetrical from one side to the other, but it's lengthwise that it's not. That's the other thing. A lot of these like symmetrical maps
Narrows.
it's hard to it's hard to put it in the words like how like the pit is symmetrical left to right,
Yep.
but it's short but wide.
Short
Construct
but
is
wide.
symmetrical left to right, but like not but it's narrow but long. Like the front to back of the map from like lift to from the yellow lift to sword spawn is a greater distance than from left to right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not a box, it's a rectangle, but the symmetrical sides are closer together than the other ones. So it plays a little bit differently than the pit where there's a lot of room from left to right. There's not a lot of room from left to right on construct. Interesting, interesting thing.
Yeah, and
Anything else to say about construct?
no, I mean, I think nailed it right there, honestly. So, up next, Blackout. I it's really hard for me to put it in A tier, and it's definitely harder for me to put it above Construct. Just because I yes, it
Yeah.
is it is
When wipe.
it is Lockout's big brother. But there was something about how
This is lockout when you
unrefined,
draw lockout from memory.
like there's something about how unrefined Lockout was that made it as fun and good as it
I
was.
actually think that lockout was tighter than blackout. I'd put blackout in B tier.
Yeah, I'd put it. I didn't track it, but yeah, no, I put it in B tier, definitely below Construct. Still a good map, but I don't know. I'm just
So some changes from lockout to blackout would be when you're when you're BR1, you can see straight through to sniper one.
yep.
You can see straight shot through. Whereas a rid lockout and then um was there another one? Was there another remake of
What
Lockout?
was the snowy one? The newest snowy one. Was it still Lockout? Because you
I'm
could
trying to
shoot
think if
the
there was. There
yeah.
wasn't one in Halo 4.
What the fuck? Because you could shoot the shit to make the roof fall.
Oh, Halo 2 Anniversary.
Yeah, H2A.
Yeah. Also with H2A, um, it was more like Lockout. See, where Blackout you can shoot straight across like you could with Guardian
Mhm.
from Snipe 1 to Lift 1. With Blackout, it was the same thing. You shoot straight across. Well, originally with Lockout, there was a bit of an L bend at mid where you couldn't see straight across. You either had to get caddy corner outside of the map on the balcony,
Yep.
not the map, but outside of BR1 spawn, and creep over to see S1, but you couldn't. And I also feel like it's a smaller. It's it might be a Halo 3 thing, might
I
have been an
think it's
FOV
just
thing.
the FOV and movement really made a lot of the maps seem smaller than they were. I mean, that's why even when you see like maps remade in Forge, you had to really like work on the proportions just because mobility. I don't know if we actually ran faster in Halo 3. I'd have to look that up, but it felt that way. But definitely
Uh,
like the other thing too with Halo 3, you introduced like the portable grav lifts and all of that stuff.
the
So
jumps were easier on Blackout because of the
you have
I don't
all
know
the
if you can see in
squared
the
off.
screenshot. Yeah, there's like little ramps
Yep.
up, whereas before they were just ledges.
Yep.
So the jump from mid to Snipe 2, so much easier.
Yeah, dude, I
Uh,
can't tell you how many times playing H2 the other day I fucking fell off the side trying to
trying to
make that
crouch
jump.
jump up there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just fucking bounced off and did the typical Halo 2 shit where you jump again, but it actually fucks you even more and you jump away from where you're trying to go. Yeah. I done it probably like 5 times in the like 3 matches we played on lockout.
I think overall, it scores better than Narrows and High Ground for a mix of objectives.
Yeah.
Free for all objectives like King of the Hill, Oddball, better on Lockout or Blackout.
Yeah.
I know they exist in the same spot. Slayer is also great balance because still it's on that same sort of Lockout, Blackout, Guardian. Honestly, from Halo 4, Haven. I think it was Haven. It's the center point with the sort of orbiting paths around it that cross
Mhm.
through at the bottom. You know, those are all good. I mean, I whatever map that was, and I'm pretty sure it's Haven. That
Yeah,
was
I
played
haven't played
all
on
the
Halo
time
4.
on Halo 4. I think Halo 5 had one similar as well. I mean, they had
Mm,
Truth and Regret. There were the midship remakes.
I don't remember one for lockout.
Wasn't a straight up remake, but like how Guardian is a spiritual successor to Lockout,
Yeah.
Blackout is like a 1-to-1, as close as they could. I mean, also things like hiding,
Mhm.
when half your team quits and you're 2v4 on Slayer and you just want to have some fun with them.
Yep.
Hiding in like in library with the basketball hoop, or on BR1. There's some neat little spots. It was it was a good map in Halo 2. It was a good map in Halo 3. I think it was not the best incarnation of Lockout that they have had. Honestly, I think Halo 2 Anniversary would be the best incarnation of Lockout.
Yeah. And I think that's just because it just it felt more. I mean, it was more refined. Period. It was just everything about Halo 2 Anniversary was more refined. Well, that H2A was Halo 4
Halo
um
4 engine, it came
engine.
out in
Yeah.
2014 with MCC.
Yeah. And I think that it took the shooting, which way off right now. But no, I think that definitely being on the Halo 4 engine made it good.
Their weapons were back to hit scan. But anyway, we're getting off topic. So next up, do you have anything more to say about Blackout?
No. No.
Okay. Next up was
Cold storage.
cold storage. Do you remember when cold storage came out? Remember, it was
It
a
was
free. It was a free map. It was a single release free map.
that was after ODST.
No,
No?
no, it was before.
I'm trying to think. I don't remember.
And
I
fun
like
fact, you know about the
the
monitor,
fl-
the
the
monitor in the
mod?
center of the map that would always look at you.
Oh yeah,
You know, it's
yeah, yeah.
actually coded as an AI gun, and it's trying to shoot you.
Did not know that.
Yeah. So
Did
it's
not know
basically
that.
when it's looking at a person, it's trying to fire an essentially empty weapon at the player, and that's how the AI works for that monitor. It's pretty cool.
That is pretty sick. I did not know that at all. This guy right here.
Yep. Cold
Yeah,
storage.
I didn't know that. I mean, I liked the. I can't say. Yeah, we can say the flood aspect of it.
Oh yeah, because
Like,
this was on Delta Halo.
yeah,
This map took place on the Halo that Halo 2 was in, and this was before the full outbreak.
yep.
Where would you place it?
I honestly, I want to place it B tier below Blackout. That's
But
where I want to put it.
Above Narrows and High Ground.
It's tough for me, but I think it plays overall better.
I would say High C. I would say High C.
I'm trying to think through objective gameplay.
It was not a one-sided or two-sided objective game. It was a free-for-all objective mode map for either King of the Hill, Oddball, Juggernaut, VIP, stuff like that.
VIP.
Also, all the teleporters.
Yeah.
You know, your teleporter from, you know, in bottom mid that led you up to, you know, the teleporters kind of, I don't want to say it killed map flow, but as far as a competitive map, something that
Oh,
you're like,
yeah,
yes, we're going to
no,
go and
no.
play this competitively.
No, absolutely not. I'll agree with that because I honestly like I really want to place it in between Blackout and Arrows. So
But I would say it's definitely high C because I didn't have the same running uphill issues. It's big running uphill. Don't like running uphill. Um, like Guardian, narrow, not Guardian, high ground, narrows. You know, where you're trying to fight up an incline, and already with your lowered crosshair, it's a lot
yeah.
easier to shoot down than it is to shoot up because of the lowered crosshair that Halo 3 had. So I think that was another issue with why those fighting up the hill maps were always such a bit of a pain in the ass. I think it played better for Slayer in a chaotic way. You could still control things. It's actually a Halo 1 throwback map.
I was gonna say there was something I don't know the name of the map.
Yeah, I don't remember it too much either, but it was a because Halo 1 was very big on the teleporters.
Yep.
But it's a Halo 1 throwback map. I want to say it's very fun for most Slayer game modes like SWAT. I thoroughly enjoy SWAT on I'm a big
Big
SWAT
SWAT
guy.
guy.
I'm a big SWAT guy. Love me some SWAT. I like SWAT on Cold Storage. I like Slayer on Cold Storage. Both Auto Slayer and Precision Slayer
Yeah.
because of the tight corridors and, you
Yeah,
know,
and
curves and
honestly,
stuff.
like it didn't feel like you were oppressed if you didn't get power weapons. If you didn't
You
have power
couldn't
weapon
get spawn
control,
trapped.
yeah, you didn't feel like you were oppressed. So I agree. I don't have much more really to say about it other than it's an all overall it is exactly where what a high C tier map should be. It's
Like, and I
exactly
say
that.
it's above narrows because I don't have those same issues with, you know, just fighting the map geometry to be able to get into a place where I can play, you know, and high ground where all of the I'm trying to justify its placement here. In high ground where all of the power weapon spawns are on beachside. And you
Yeah.
have a team spawning on the bunker.
Yeah.
You know, three out of the four power weapons on high ground spawn on the beach. Shotgun, sniper,
I'm glad I've put you on team fuck high ground.
Overshield and even active camo are I mean, active camo is close to the bunker, but most of it is on the beach. Whereas cold storage, it's all pretty much it's a big old pit of fuck you, get in the shit and start beating each other.
Yeah.
And that's what I think a good Slayer map, especially for Auto Slayer, would be. And
Yeah,
also
I
have
mean,
fun jumping the rockets where the little monitor is looking at right now. Those two little prongs. That's for
yep.
rocket spawns.
Yeah, no. Great map. C tier all day. High C. What a C tier map should look like. And the change of scenery. Great aesthetic. Different aesthetic.
Being able to see the flood
Yep.
through the window, yeah, it was good.
Alright. Pit.
Foundry,
I mean, yeah, why did I
Foundry,
say pit?
default setup Foundry.
Oh, okay. We're going default setup.
Default setup. No. That's what shows in the picture.
Okay. Default setup, honestly, I think it's like low C. And I wanted to put it like right here.
That's B
Because
tier though.
I know.
All
I
right.
wanted to put it here.
Uh huh.
Because it is the foundation of so
But then we
many
have to judge
custom
the.
games, so
But
much forge capabilities.
we're
Like
not talking about Foundry as a
I
forge
know.
canvas. Foundry as a map. If you load into MCC and you see Foundry pop up, that what you're gonna play right there.
I'm gonna put it. er, eh, eh. I want to put it below high ground in C.
Remember, C is for good maps.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gotta fall in D. It's gotta fall high D.
I didn't even have to convince you of it. I just merely explained to you what the map was. And I agree. That's exactly where I wanted to put it, and I'll tell you why. Every time Foundry comes up, I'm like, oh, Foundry? All right, here we go.
Bro, hold on.
It's
Biggest problem that I hated about this map? Right there. Right there. These fences. Trash. Absolute trash. Hot garbage. Could never shoot through them. Hot garbage. Wasn't a fan.
okay. So things that played on Foundry. You definitely played free for all game modes. You definitely played Slayer, and you also, I believe, played Flag,
Yep.
two Flag,
Yep. Two
on the
flag.
two because there's another U-shaped
Two
map.
bases.
Yep. And there are two snipers that spawned straight across from either base.
Yep.
But if one side got one sniper, they're going to get the other one.
Yep.
9 times out of 10. And the thing is, with the way the spawning system was set up, and I think this might have been because it was a forge map, it was very, very often that you would get spawn trapped in the back corner of your base,
Yep.
especially if your team then took the far side, where the rocket spawn is. I just never enjoyed it. It was one of those same maps, kind of like Assembly, where if you were on that top layer of the containers, you could shoot down, and if you're down there, you had no way to get out of that situation. It just I wasn't a huge fan of it. Not
Yeah.
since never since the beginning. Um,
I
I
think
mean, it's another symmetrical map.
it needed to be released for people to see the potential that you could make there
It was in the
because
first map pack.
it honestly you have to respect it for what it did, but if we're looking at default setup just like that, it's not a good map. But like I said, if you take into
It's a meh,
account if you take into account all of the other things, easily easily lands like
but
right
then you
here.
have to talk about the other maps as forge canvases too. And I'm saying if you loaded up into MCC, you went in, you queued up, and you saw Foundry. This
Yeah.
is what you're gonna get.
Yeah. I honestly don't think there's much more about it. It's just not really a great map. It's not a fun to play
Weapon
map.
spawns, two snipers, rockets in the middle. But see, it was like sniper, shotguns, rockets, two snipers,
Yep.
two shotguns, one rockets, and I think a camo, all right there, clustered in the back half of the map.
Was there a
So
camo?
yeah, it was a camo. Like right past those stack of boxes, right? Right along the back wall, there was a left to right facing
Oh yeah, yeah,
corridor
like
container.
this container, but
Yeah, it
facing
was
the other
either there.
way.
There was actually no, it wasn't camo. It was a grav lift, and you'd use that. No,
Yeah,
no, it was a. It was
there
either a
was a
camo or
grav
an
lift.
overshield,
I think grav lift was right here. I think.
and you used it to get up into People always use it to get on the crane with the sniper rifle and
Yep.
start sniping into spawn. Um, but yeah, there was nothing in spawn. There was I think maybe a brute shot, maybe a
I think
battle
there
rifle.
was no. I think there was a plasma rifle. There's definitely a brute shot, but I think there was a plasma rifle too. But I mean,
That's as effective as yelling at them.
yeah, I agree. I agree.
And I believe actually right there that fence, right there was a power drain. That's what spawned there.
Yep.
It wasn't rockets because rockets was inside that container. That was a power drain, which is a weird thing to put like right at the first contact
Yeah,
point
you
mid of the
literally
map.
race there to see whose team can throw the power drain at the other team.
Yeah.
All right,
Mm,
easy.
yeah. Decent. Ghost Town. Hoo boy.
I think I put the last two maps up. So where do you put it?
Ghost Town.
Yeah.
I would put Ghost Town. I'd put it in C between Narrows and High Ground.
So you're saying right here. Mm,
I think that Ghost Town plays better in Slayer than High Ground does. You know, does it play? But it does not play too objective as good as Narrows, right?
right.
It plays one objective fine because remember you spawn in the broken like pipeline at the
Yeah.
very back corner, and then the garage was where the other objective spawned. Either you had to plant a bomb or had to grab a flag and run it back. King of the Hill's fun. Oddball is fun. You're never trapped in one section. You always have an avenue of escape.
I will say one thing with oddball. So I'll agree with you putting it here. That's fair. One thing about oddball that I absolutely despised though, it was there was you always went under that ramp and it was so
Oh, under
hard
the
to
ramp and
nade,
then just get
dude.
naded.
But it was so hard to nade perfectly because everybody's sitting around up top and you only really had a few ways to get a good nade off in there to actually do damage.
Yeah.
And it was always such a shit show to pick up the ball even if you did kill the carrier. I
And
honestly I
didn't the ball spawn like on the catwalk? Was it on the catwalk where the ball spawned?
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to take a
I
look at
don't
that.
remember. Yeah, we'll have to take a look at that. But I remember just under the ramp and it was just such a shit show, which it was fun, but then it just drug out forever and ever. My biggest gripe with this map, this greenhouse they got going on here,
Oh, with all the
totally
fun
missed.
geometry.
Totally missed on that. There was such good opportunity for something there, and it was just
Snipers there.
I know, but I'm saying like overall, just didn't hit the target for what it could have been.
That'd be a good King of the Hill spot.
It may be. It may be a King of the Hill spot. I don't know.
It's not. We played it. There's only a few, and it's not in there.
The only thing that sucks about it being King of the Hill spot is you really don't have an easy path. And like, yeah,
We
it's
have
easy for.
underground. You have through you have one, two. There's like four ways in there.
Yeah, I mean,
There's
but
two entrances at the bottom, two on the top.
where do you put the hill in there? Just literally dead center in the middle.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, shit. We could
You
throw
got
like
some
we'd
you
have to
got
look
some
at it again.
gooses. We played a lot of Ghost Town lately.
Yeah, we have.
Ghost Town
But
pops up a lot in the
that's what I'm saying.
playlist.
What else is in here?
There's a BR spawn at the first column, right in the corner,
But
the
I'm
bottom
saying
left corner.
like how large the area is in there. It's really not like I don't know. I don't know what I would have done with it. I
I'm
can't tell
big
you.
on the multi-level maps. Where there's a lot of verticality. I think that's where Halo does very well.
Oh,
Is in
absolutely.
verticality, not gradual slopes like, high ground or narrows, but like maps like cold storage, the pit is very vertical, Guardian
Mhm.
very vertical, Construct very vertical. Blackout. All these maps that have a lot of tight but tall play spaces are typically really good. And I think that Ghost Town has a whole lot of that going for it between the catwalks and garage, the center structure, being able to shoot up or down.
And like that's the thing though. I guess I wish aesthetically they did something with this greenhouse. Like I don't even know how to describe what I want because I don't know. But just if they would have done something else that didn't make it feel so plain. Because there
There's a
was no
tree
reason
row
to
to
stay
it.
there.
No,
You just rolled through because you were
you
grabbing
kind of
snipe,
found yourself there.
or you spawned there and you're just trying to get a fucking, you're just trying to get out or grab a fucking BR. And I feel like it could have opened up a lot of opportunity.
As
I
far as weapon
honestly,
balancing for Slayer, though, you know, pretty decent,
yeah,
I think.
yeah,
You got your camo spawn in mid. You got rockets on one side. Actually thinking about it, it might be a little bit imbalanced for weapon placement because you have the greenhouse has the sniper
mhm,
right there. You can actually see it. That very bottom boxy section. That's where rockets spawn.
yeah.
That team can also grab rockets pretty quick. The garage spawn, what do they got? They can get camo. Yeah. Is there a shotgun in mid that you could grab?
Where did
Pretty sure
shotgun?
there's a
I think
shotgun on
shotgun
that map.
spawned somewhere over here. I think, like up in the grassy area, maybe.
No, there's a carbine spawn.
Where did shotgun spawn? Where the fuck did that spawn? That might have actually been in the base back here.
Maybe.
I think it might
But
have been on the catwalk.
but I know it was much harder to grab sniper rifle if you spawned on the garage side than if you
Yeah,
spawned on the and had uncontested access to rockets if you spawned in the pipes.
yeah.
Like
Oh
you
yeah.
just hopped up, grabbed it, you're good to go. There's no way they were getting to you. So that's probably an argument for it being in C, because it wasn't fair weapon balance spawns like something like the greatest map of all time, um, the pit,
Yep. Ode to the
where if
pit.
you ran and grabbed sniper rifle, you knew they also had sniper rifle or had the exact same amount of time to get to it that you did.
Yep. Yeah, that's all I got for Ghost Town. We're running an hour and 7.
Hour and 7? Well,
Yep.
you can cut it up into pieces.
Yeah. I honestly don't even remember the name of this fucking map.
Citadel.
That's right. Uh I say low B tier.
Low B? Mm,
Uh
It's definitely a D.
I kind of want to put it in between.
pause.
All right. So, we got our buddy
Special
Rick,
special
special
appearance.
appearance, special Discord appearance. I should have never gave you admin rights to this Discord, god damn it. So, special appearance from Rick. We didn't test your audio. I may have to bump you up a little bit. Let's see. Let's bump you up real quick. Put you there. All
Sure.
right. So, we're currently
Citadel.
on Citadel right here. And I want to place it above Blackout because I like the chaos of it. It definitely
Well,
doesn't beat Construct though.
first off, now that we have Rick in here, Rick, how much Halo 3 did you play?
I played quite a bit. I wasn't like super obsessed with the game, but I played it a lot.
Oh, I mean, Dave and I had over 3,000 games
Yeah.
back in the day.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like we were doing 1v1s for fun.
Yep.
Well, I didn't really play like multiplayer a whole lot. When I did play, it was mostly custom games, like other people. The
Okay.
old Halo 3 custom games was
Yeah.
good.
Well, we played a lot of ranked and matchmaking, MLG modes, stuff like that. So that's sort of what we're basing this on, and then a lot of recent stuff with MCC. Citadel, better than Blackout?
I say yes. I honestly, If we had like pick ban or vote, I'd rather vote for Citadel. And that's sad that I didn't remember the name of the map because I actually really I think it's a fun, chaotic map. It's not the instant spawn get shot at like midship is, and it's
Midship's
not.
coming up.
I know. I think it plays everything well. Like I really do. It's balanced. You've got OS on both sides.
Sniper rifle both sides.
Like and
Shotgun
rockets in
both
the
sides.
and rockets in the middle.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that was a default setting for rockets to only have two in Halo 3. I don't remember if that was a later
No, they'd
added
spawn with
thing.
4. They'd
Did
be
it always
two.
spawn
They'd
with
be two in
four?
the
Yeah,
two
two
in
in
the
the
tube, two in
tubes.
reserve.
Yeah, but now in MCC, it's just two, which I like. I think that's good. I think that was a good change. Um, but yeah, I mean, I like it. I think it's a fun map, and I think it's better than Blackout. I put it above Blackout because the thing is too, it's just got so much versatility. When you play Blackout, have you ever played King of the Hill on Blackout?
I don't think we've played King of the Hill on Blackout.
I don't know if they're even like I mean, I'm sure it's set up for it. I'm sure that it's set up for it, but I don't recall ever playing King of the Hill on it. And King of the Hill on Citadel plays good. I
Yeah,
don't
it's a
even
lot of fun.
it may be set up for flag on Citadel too, and I think that would be fine. It's that same symmetrical. It works. Any
Yeah.
opposition?
No, I'm okay with it on in B. I enjoy it too. I think Citadel is honestly slept on
Yeah,
as a good map.
yeah.
You can have a little bit of chaos with shooting those fusion coils from both top sides of the map, shooting across. You know,
If your team was
I
good
like.
enough, you could have two people push to your OS, and you could have other two push to their OS, and it didn't matter. It didn't matter. Like it was just whoever was better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Uh, yeah, I'm cool with that.
Rick?
Heretic though. Oh, Rick, you agree with
What?
B tier on Citadel?
I don't know. I never liked Citadel. Like, if I was gonna rate Citadel, it'd be a D. So this conversation for me is,
Oh, why didn't you like
different.
Citadel?
I don't know.
That's fair.
So now some of the maps, like some of the ones that you haven't voted on yet, I really enjoyed.
We'll get there. Okay, we'll get there.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
But
I think it sits in B.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
think we put our points in. I don't think it's I don't think it's as good as the other two, but those two are just the Pit and Guardian. They're like phenomenal map design.
Yeah, easily. With cat walking
Right.
across.
Heretic.
I want to say
I
I don't. I wasn't trying to put it in D tier, by the way. I just
We're just holding on to it now.
we're holding on to it.
Ooh. I'm trying to separate nostalgia
I know.
from
Yep, that's literally where I'm at right now.
high B. First and B. I'd put it above Construct.
I'm gonna put it above construct for you, but I say tied. I say
Yeah, well,
tied.
we can't really have tie. There's no tie in this.
I'll just keep switching
Now
them back and
I'll tell you
forth.
why. Stop it. I'll tell you why. It's it plays well. Stop it.
I can't even keep switching them. There we go.
Okay. I would say A if it didn't have plasma grenades as the default spawn.
I agree. Yeah. Not a big fan of stickies. Unpopular opinion.
I mean, they're just so strong to spam. Now, it's a solid tight map. there's no place to get lost in. Like there, you could find yourself on construct, and you're just miles away from the fight.
Yeah.
Miles away from getting into something, and that's why the pit and guardian are good. Because no matter where you are, you can immediately jump in and start helping your team again once you come off respawn. Whereas Guardian, not Guardian, Construct, oh no, I spawned, Blazer spawn. How am I going to get up and start helping the team out? You know, by the time you get there, they're already dead.
Yeah.
Whereas with Heretic, you're right there, and it's tight, but it's also not. You spawn in, you're immediately getting shot at. As like you could see the bases straight across. You know, if you're controlling top mid, you could see everything, but even still, somehow you don't spawn in line of fire really.
And the thing is, top mid, while it was a powerful position to hold, it was very difficult. If you had a well coordinated team, like, I mean, Heretic saw MLG play, which is like crazy to me because it doesn't seem like the type of map that would see MLG. But that top mid control is like, it's crazy. And when you see teams that are really good, like, wow, talk about nostalgia hitting. When you see teams really good and like high level players playing for control of that top mid, it looks good, it feels good, it is. It's just good.
And when you drop to the bottom of the map, you're not immediately fucked
Yeah.
like Assembly or like
Yep.
I don't know some of the other ones or like Foundry. You know, you have places to go. There are things to collect down there like bubble shield or plasma pistol, shotgun, and shotgun to counter sword. Which, let's be honest, sword's better than shotgun. But then again, shotgun's also easier to get than sword is. It's just I think the only thing holding it back from A tier is the fact that you spawn with plasma nades.
Yep.
And that's a map specific thing, which is why I'm saying that, not a mode specific thing, because regardless of the mode, you'll always spawn with plasmas on that map.
Yep.
Um,
No, I'm fine with that.
Two flag is good on that map. Oddball is good because you can't hide
Chaos.
anywhere with it.
Chaos.
Like
Love it.
like Ghost Town, you can't. There's no bottom ramp to hide under.
Yep.
You know, there's no Snipe 1 with Blackout, Lockout, and Guardian to hide under with Oddball.
Yep.
You know, there's always some way to get you, and you have to keep moving. I mean,
Yeah.
arguably the bottom of the bases, but even still, that's really hard to hold with any
Nah,
kind of like
it wasn't
VIP
viable.
juggernaut oddball.
Yeah, it wasn't viable to hold the bottoms. No,
Layer
I
was
agree.
good.
All around, very good map. Rick, did you play Heretic a lot?
Which one was Heretics? Is that the one with the tiers?
Here's
Um,
Like it's like
midship,
a
purple.
platform that goes up and down. That goes like a spiral up.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I played it.
Thoughts? We're putting it as a B
It's
tier.
I would put it probably either low B or high C.
Okay, fair. So we're fairly in line for your Halo hours. All right, moving on. This one's you,
Epitaph.
Alex.
No, I picked the last three. What do you think for Epitaph?
Did you pick
Original
one?
Epitaph. Yeah, I did.
Original Epitaph.
With the shield doors.
Yeah, that's with the shield doors. I'm
We're
putting
gonna get to
it.
without it after this. Final first placement with shield doors. Final placement after with shield doors removed. Because that's how it is in MCC now.
First placement, top D tier.
Really?
Yeah, with the
Which
shield
one?
doors.
That's Epitaph. Mm,
I don't recognize that one myself.
That was an
here.
OG.
Yeah.
OG map.
I probably played on it, but I just don't recognize it. Like
It had the
immediately. I'm off.
lift that sent you straight up to rocket spawn. You
Yep.
flew across the map, and then you landed on the
The
platform
middle
that would
platform.
wobble, and that had rocket spawn on there. There was camo and overshield. It
Now,
was one of those. It wasn't a symmetrical map like pit or whatever. It was more of like a cold storage style, ghost town style, sort of asymmetrical, map design.
Now,
It was balanced. What?
let me tell you why I put a D, not C.
This is with shield doors. With
Yeah,
shield doors.
with shield doors.
Okay.
Epitaph with shield doors, D tier. Objective game modes, hot garbage.
Oh, it
Hot
was only ever
garbage.
oddball, King of the Hill. There wasn't any flags or bombs on that one.
Yeah, hot garbage. The shield doors absolutely ruined it. So that's why with shield doors I'm placing it D tier. Even Slayer, like when you played oddball on this map, the same shit happened every single time.
Oh
As
yeah,
soon
get to the
you
shield
get
door.
it, get over to either side. I can't even remember the call out for
By
it.
back lift. It's by the back lift where sniper would spawn.
And you
It was
just sit
shotgun and
there.
sniper.
And there was nothing you could do about it. It was so oppressive.
Yeah, and it would always turn into AR fights by the shield doors. Then you back in, and then you punch them
Yep.
through it. And
Yeah, it wasn't a
whoever
fan.
didn't hit the door, whoever would actually connect with the player, yeah. And you couldn't throw grenades on that map because every door had a shield on
Every fucking
it.
door, dude.
Every door that went outside, anyway. But there were plenty of catwalks to go around and flank. I want to say it's definitely better than Foundry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that's a fair placement for with shield doors.
Now,
Would be below.
without shield doors, I'm putting it probably right here.
That's exactly where I thought too.
Yeah. I mean,
Worse than Narrows, better than Ghost Town. Similar Ghost Town like kind of feel with the chaotic circular nature of it. But now you could throw nades.
yep.
You weren't fighting over those doors trying to see who would land their shots through them or back in and back out.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
everything that I put it in D tier for removed and all of that is alleviated. Which I mean oddball did turn into now you would sit in the middle back sections where the outdoor was connected.
On the ramp. The ramp
Yeah.
balcony. Yeah.
The ramp and then you had the other balcony up here. But that was a lot easier to defend against. I mean a lot easier to attack against if somebody was sitting back there. So, yeah. Final placement, how it sits now in MCC. Boom, right there. All right,
Yeah, I agree with that.
we're cruising
I
along.
would be
Go ahead,
cruising
go ahead,
along.
go ahead.
Okay, I would say I would be more happy playing Epitaph than I would be playing. Like, if we got Slayer Epitaph, I'd probably be more with that than, say, Slayer Ghost Town. So, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Zanzibar, last resort. Oh, boy.
I want trying to avoid nostalgia and
Okay.
trying to be objective here. I kind of want to put it right behind Epitaph.
I disagree.
Okay. Where would you put it?
I would put it mid B.
Yeah,
Mid B?
I think Last Resort is a
Mid B.
great map.
Yeah, I
Um,
Here's
love
why.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Let's say you've got 2 sniper spawns. So
Yep.
now, it's a big 4v4 map. You can actually play it 8v8.
Yeah, which is kind of I was like, eh. But I'm thinking
Now,
of it in a 4v4 game mode.
you've got the wall sniper. Now, actually, see, remember where you spawn in 4v4 modes. One spawn is at
It's like right
Camp
here.
Froman. One spawn's on Froman, right? By sniper spawn, and the other spawn is straight across on the other side of the
Yeah,
wheel.
right here and right
It's
here.
not beach to bunker.
Yeah.
They're the other way. So both teams spawn with a sniper rifle right there. One team does spawn with a shotgun, and now you both have an equal amount of time to get to the rockets in the middle of the map. Arguably, if the far side team, not Froman, drops the bridge, they could get to rockets faster. However, the team that spawns on default sniper Camp Froman, they have a grav lift. to get to that upper level of the wheel.
Yeah, over here. And you
It
could
actually
get up
spawns right
into a
below.
tunnel. Yeah, it spawns
Yeah,
like
right
right
below
here.
from him. So yeah, honestly, for Slayer, I think it's a pretty balanced map.
Only reason I want to keep it C tier. Okay. I don't like the vehicles still in
4v4?
4v4.
Do they spawn in 4v4? I don't
Yeah.
remember if
Yep.
the ghost spawns on the beach.
Yep.
But do you remember the
You have
ghost
the
also
Warthog.
spawns for the other team as well? There are 2 ghosts on the map.
Where was the other ghost spawn? Because I could have
It
sworn this is
was
a Warthog over here.
no. There was a warthog and a ghost. I mean, we could be getting this mixed up with Zanzibar,
I
but I'm
think you're
pretty
getting
sure
it
there
mixed
was.
up with Zanzibar. Because I'm pretty sure the Warthog spawned back here in
Yeah.
4v4. And
Um,
I don't like it for the vehicles for 4v4. BTB, A tier. All day.
but then also one flag objective modes. I think Last Resort is a better high ground than high ground is, which tracks with our placement here.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I
I
think that
just
the asymmetrical one flag or single objective gameplay, it does what high ground could have done better than high ground
yeah,
does,
and it also has the lower the gates mechanic too,
which I
where
think
you
is
can allow
since gone
might be
again. I think that's a server thing. It's got to be a server thing. I don't know why. I don't know why that would be a limiting factor, but I think it is.
maybe. I would place it above if we were gonna stay in C tier, which is a good map but not a great map. I would put it above Narrows.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was just thinking of. I was kind of yeah, I didn't look further ahead really, so I didn't think about that. I just wanted it above Ghost Town. I'd be fine with putting it above Narrows because honestly, fuck Narrows. But I'm not
Oh,
I'm
watch
not
out!
I'm not happy about putting it.
But as far as a 4v4 game mode goes, I think it is still worse than cold storage in
Yeah.
the way of vehicle play. Which I mean, yeah, vehicle is a Halo thing, but still, you have to dedicate 2 players. Now, this is actually not Rocket Spawn; it's Spartan Laser. Rockets was Halo 2. It's Spartan Laser for this one that spawns on the wheel, and Sword right below it too, inside the hatch.
Is that where Sword spawned in Halo 3?
Yeah, Sword spawned there since all the way since Zanzibar, Halo 2.
I thought that they put camo there.
Maybe,
I feel like
might be.
camo was
Yeah,
there.
I thought there was a sword on the map. All right, but quick pause.
All right, hold on. All right. So, after some quick research, uh Spartan Laser replaced active camo and sword in Last Resort versus Zanzibar. And viable. Viable for getting rid of the ghost. But I like where Last Resort's at. I I wouldn't put it B tier. I just didn't it doesn't play objectives great
In a 4v4
in
capacity.
a four yeah, right. We're not doing
8v8.
BTB.
Yeah, that's BTB's coming up.
Yeah. I honestly I like it. Oh man. What the
Sandbox.
does this count? I
Yeah.
guess it counts. It counts. It counts. Uh,
D.
yeah.
D above Foundry.
Above Foundry, yeah. I was gonna place it over here, but I think it just wasn't great. I don't really even have much to say about it. It just wasn't great. That had missile pod on it, didn't it?
Missile pod. 2 choppers. There was a overshield in the middle.
Choppers. Ugh. Such a
There was
cool
an overshield in the middle.
concept. The choppers were such a cool concept, but Nah.
What else was on that map? It was a weird one.
Shotgun. Shotgun was in one of the bunkers somewhere. I don't remember.
Let's put it this way. I never saw Sandbox coming up when, oh yeah, Sandbox. Can't wait to play this map. Whew, this is going to be a great time.
Yeah. And kind of like it suffered really the same thing as Pit. Like it served as a great
Hit me, Founder.
sandbox as for a Forge map. Ah!
Whoa! Cat attack.
No, I dropped my phone because something went off. Oh, no cat attack. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's not much to say about it. It's not great.
Yeah,
I
I
honestly,
can't.
it served its purpose for what it needed to be a good area for people to forge on.
Yeah, but that's a whole other fucking. That's a whole other tier list of Forge maps.
Yeah.
So
Snowbound
moving on to
or
Snowbound.
Boundless? Snowbound?
Same thing as Epitaph. Start at Snowbound, we'll move to Boundless.
Trash.
I disagree. I think Baseline worse than Foundry. Worse than Orbital? It's D tier. I think Snowbound is D tier with shield doors.
I'm not opposed to it. I keep forgetting that we're kind of placing them in between here. I want to put it in F tier. I really do. I wasn't a fan. It's just the snow, grenade physics, it objectives. I just didn't like the
It
way it played.
it's similar to Isolation if the bases were actually useful. It's better than Isolation, that's for sure. The the shield doors really cut off any kind of underground play.
Yeah.
I would say okay. And I would also want to say it's better than Assembly. I would rather play Snowbound than Assembly,
See,
in
I
my
kind of
opinion.
agree with that. I definitely agree with that actually. I really don't like assembly. Fuck assembly. Me and all the homies hate assembly. I'd be fine putting it here. I'd be fine even moving it into D tier. I don't think there's anything really to write home about it. You had active camo, you had OS. Um, beam rifle. Was it originally a mongoose or was that a ghost originally? I feel like it's since been changed to a mongoose that spawns over here in that little tunnel thing.
Yeah, I think hard to say.
I think it was a ghost originally. I could be wrong, but
Might have been back
definitely
in the Halo 3 beta.
definitely F tier with the shield doors. Was not valid.
Without the shield doors, I'd say it moves up to D, but stays still below Orbital.
Yeah. Yeah, so boom. Without shield doors. As it sits right now. Oh, excuse me. I'm fine with that.
Okay, so now before we move on to um, BTB maps, let's just take a quick look at what we have here for our current listing. Wow, that's actually look at that bell curve.
That is
Look
a
at that.
solid bell curve. Holy shit. We literally you could not have made that any more perfect. I mean,
There is a solid there's very few great maps, very few shit tier maps, awful maps, and a good amount of just okay and
yeah,
good,
this is
great, good, and meh.
it's crazy. It actually ends up perfectly like that. And honestly, I think we can save BTB for Forge maps too. I think we can do
No,
it.
no, no,
I think
no.
we can do a separate video with that. We're at an hour and a half.
You can cut it into 2 parts, 3 parts,
I
whatever you
think
want to do.
I think we could definitely.
I just wanted to talk about Valhalla.
I know, but we can go on forever. We went on about a lot of these maps for a while. So I'll do a quick overview, then you can do a quick overview. We'll let Rick jump in with whatever he's got to say about each map. Rick, are you watching my screen share right now?
I am.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna do my quick rundown. Our as far Rick, sorry, but you weren't involved with the beginning of this, so your opinion doesn't matter here. But are we solid with where we have everything? Do we agree on this?
Yeah.
Well, good, Rick, because I didn't
Yeah,
fucking ask you.
I'm pretty. This is. I would definitely say that Sandbox is better than Foundry. I've never enjoyed
We're
playing
gonna go
Orbital.
top. We're gonna go top to bottom. But do
I'm
you
looking at a
agree?
comparison between A is the Pit better than Guardian?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
All right. Cool. So, quick rundown. Top tier, best map, Pit. Overall plays well, every objective, all of the fun shit as far as like hiding. Uh, yeah, it's good. Guardian, timeless, classic, 1v1s, plays every game mode well. Nothing, nothing wrong with it.
Except for Flag.
Well,
Flag, it is. you know.
eh. Heretic, Ode to Midship. I think it plays
It's
good.
the only reason why Heretic isn't A is because of those plasminate spawns. Otherwise, I'd say it belongs right there in A with the other two.
Yeah. Construct, it does everything well. It does everything well. It's got
Yeah,
the
I really like it.
verticality, which is nice. It was a nice change up. Obviously, didn't have as much in any of the 3 maps that were above it.
It's one of the tallest maps, that's for sure. From top to basement, that's some height.
Oh, easily the tallest. Citadel plays great
Still think
overall.
Citadel slept on. Citadel's good.
Citadel's definitely a sleeper. Blackout has to be up there. Has to be just because Lockout remake and it's not a bad map. I'm not mad when I play it. And I'm not when I play. I'm like, alright, cool, Blackout. Fuck with this. Cold storage, I if it had objective modes, would be in B tier for me. But I think again, I
And
think it's a great free for all map.
oh
Great free
yeah,
for all
it's a
map.
fun free for all, fun fiesta map.
Yeah,
That's for
Fiesta,
sure.
that's for sure. 100%.
It's a hot take putting cold storage above Zanzibar. I mean, last resort.
Eh,
I feel like that's a hot take. But if it comes down to just 4v4 modes,
yeah,
I
that's the
think it's
thing.
more fun and there's less spawn trappy, you
Uh-huh.
know, just oh, here we are. We're down 20 points. Nothing we can do about it here because they've got control of everything.
Yeah. And last resort, it's a good map. It's still a good map. And it plays 4v4 well. It's just it's balanced. Feels good. Narrows, good map, kind of poor execution. Doesn't play objectives very well. Plays flag okay. The only reason I say okay is because objectively, it sucks to have to capture the flag. It's fun fighting for it, but it's one of those maps where if you're playing 2 flag, as soon as your team gets a cap, you're not going for their flag again. You're just fucking running timeout because it's
I
not worth the
think
fight.
if I was a map designer, I would put those man cannons, right? Those man cannons would lead to a floating platform above top mid. Not like directly above, but like off to the side of. they would go to top mid, and you couldn't jump straight across. Or maybe you
Mm,
could. Maybe there were more, but they would both lead to a central point where you could contest top mid from.
okay, like it. Epitaph without shield doors for final placement, as it sits in MCC right now. Um, it plays well. Oddball's good. Slayer's good. The doors
Fiesta's
bring it
good.
down.
Yeah, doors bring it
Fiesta
down.
is good.
100%.
Yeah, Fiesta's good. Ghost Town, didn't hate it, didn't love it. It plays. It goes, as the kids say. It goes. But it doesn't like go. It's there. Again, I just wish they would have utilized this area some more. Like I really feel like aesthetically this could be more pleasing. That's just me nitpicking though.
Serve more purpose in the gameplay. Really, it's all based around that center building.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean this is the entirety of the map realistically. You rarely go over here unless you're grabbing sniper or BR. High ground, have to set the nostalgia aside, being that it was beta map and being objective. It what's the words I want to use?
Theoretically, it's great for one-sided objective.
Yeah. Honestly,
But that's it.
had Invasion existed, that was perfect for it. It's great for custom games, for custom one-sided objective games. Um, but it doesn't hit all of the spots.
Yeah, landing high ground in Slayer 4v4 is just like,
Yeah.
oh boy, let's hope we get beach
Yeah.
so we can get all the power weapons.
And then the thing too, like just to quick go back to that, the thing too with beach spawn, you could get snipers so much faster than them getting camo or rockets because you knew how to nade trick it.
The only way to get rockets from bunker spawn is to jump a mongoose.
Yeah.
Because you spawn all the way at the back of bunker.
Yep. Well, yeah, that was the thing. You pushed mongoose, flew up there. The other guy had ghost, flew up there, and it was usually whoever just happened to pass bungiometry first. But anyway, yeah, not great, not terrible.
No, meh maps.
Sand trap.
Sandbox.
I mean, yeah. I was looking down here and I was just telling myself like, don't say sand trap, don't say sand trap, and I fucking said sand trap. Sandbox. Not a good map. Just doesn't it?
It's better for Precision Slayer. BR starts.
Yeah.
Definitely suffers if your AR starts.
Yeah, the game
Objective
felt
modes,
awful
they're
with AR
they're all
starts.
right. They're all right, but I was never like, I'd much rather play any of the other maps before it.
Yeah, 100%. But again, it served its purpose as being exactly what it is, a great sandbox for a lot of Forge maps that came out. Which moves us on to Foundry. Foundry plays like shit. Plays like shit. In its in its factory form, no pun intended,
But
plays like shit. Um, but again, it served its purpose. I mean, I remember the oh, shit. What did you even have to do to get shit to mesh together? You had to like set it on a spawn delay, reload the round, place your shit where you wanted it, save it, then reload the map so you could get them to mesh together. Like, have to respect it for the platform it created for all of the MLG maps. Like, all of the MLG maps that were so good in this. Have to
mm-hmm.
respect it for all of the custom games that it allowed. Duck Hunt, Fat Kid, the fucking all the debris shooting down the shit with the rail gun, whatever I don't even remember what the hell it was called.
Trash compactor.
Trash compactor. Shit, that's what it was called. Have to respect it for all of that. But Forge maps aside, it sucks. I don't even want to. I don't even want to talk about it. Not a
What,
great map.
orbital?
Yeah, not a great map.
Thanks.
Just not a great map. Snowbound in boundless form. Not a great map. I I almost want to put it above orbital, honestly. I kind of want to move it, but I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. Yeah, it was okay. When it was snowbound, hated it. Hated it. I'll back out of a snowbound match all day long. I will back the fuck out of that match. I'm done. Not doing it. Assembly, trash. Throw it away. Isolation, trash.
Isolation is pain. I don't. I'm miserable when we get isolation. I hate isolation so much.
Yeah. I mean, I don't hate it as bad, but I understand because like your feelings about assembly are my feelings about isolation. Like, it sucks, but I'd rather play isolation. And for you, assembly sucks, but you'd rather play assembly.
Yeah.
So I think that's where we wrap up for this. The BTB maps, there's a lot. There's a lot that can be said about those. Not a lot of maps. I'll save this as it is, and we can add the BTB maps in. Yeah, we can do that. But
See if it retains its bell curve.
yeah, see if we remain with the bell curve how it is. But yeah, you really could not have put like you couldn't have made this up. This is exactly why we started this video saying how this is extremely objective. As you can see, the bell curve is exactly where it should be.
Plenty of good maps, not so many great ones or terrible.
Yep. Yeah.
And Halo 3 did have its fair share of stinkers.
It
Roughly
definitely.
half.
Yeah. I'm satisfied. I
Yeah,
think we
so
wrap it up
till
there.
next time we tackle BTB 8v8.
Yep. I say we wrap up BTB 8v8 with Forge on the next one because there's a lot to say about these. This is already almost a 2-hour video, but I think BTB and the
Oh, Speed
non-competitive,
Halo, Speed Halo, Infection,
yeah, the non-competitive,
8v8
uh,
snipers on Valhalla. Come on.
yeah, but we'll get into that next time. And yeah, objectively, we are absolutely nobody. And if you don't like the list, that sucks because this is perfect. This is exactly where it should be. I think that's a wrap.
All right.
Adios.